Okay, today what we will see the second example. The last time, right, like how the table got created and how we inserted data. We have an employee ID, right? So employee ID we are inserting manually, correct? Like we are setting the employee ID in our Java program.
Yes.
So like this here you are setting the employee ID, correct? So let's suppose if you don't want to set the employee ID explicitly from your Java program, means you are giving this job to the database. Okay, you can generate the employee ID. So I don't want to generate.
Magic.
You can able see the screen or any issue now?
No. I can see it.
Okay. So right now we are hard coding and every time we are giving the employee ID, correct? So if you don't want to generate these kind of numbers, I mean, if you want to generate this kind of sequence number from database, so there is another example, second example. It's all files are similar. So there is one change we have to do. What is that one? Go to HBM file. This is for table change, right? So we see HBM file. So we have a primary key. So ID is the Java file name and EMP ID is the column name. So this one we have to give the value class equal to increment. In previous case, this value was assigned. If you give increment,
Okay.
you no need to mention, you no need to give any input for the employee ID. So it will regenerate it. So you can able to comment out.
Okay.
So that is the basic difference between assigned and increment in HBM file.
So right from the beginning, it will give one value on its own.
First time, right, from day one, if you didn't assign any value, it will give value as a 1.
Okay.
Let's suppose you given some value, in between you change it, then it will take the latest last previous employee ID and it will increment.
Got it.
So last value you had given 100, then it will take 100 plus 1. Next time again when you are trying to insert new record, then it will look for the last maximum value and it will increment it.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that way it will try to increment the value. Okay, let me run this program and we will insert some records. So that records we need it for other purpose. Okay. So the table name what we had given here, EMP all tools. Okay, let me select the records. How many records is there? Select start from EMP. So far how many records is there? 6 rows is there. And maximum record ID is 328, 328, correct?
Yes.
Okay, now let me run the program and I will insert another record. Okay, let me add a different name. Okay, I added some dummy name and ID. I am not passing anything. Just I am running this application. So successfully saved. Now let me go back and so far 6 rows. Let me run the select star from. So 7 rows and the last ID is 329.
Yes.
Record was added. So this will increment based on your last ID. If you will mention
Okay.
that value as a increment generator class.
Got it.
Okay. And so far what we did now, every time we are creating the table and we are inserting the data, correct? Okay, we have another example. So whatever table we created and whatever data we have inserted, we will try to retrieve the data. We will do, we'll fetch all the records, and that is one operation. And second time we will update some of the existing records and third time you will try to delete some of the records.
Okay.
So these are the normal operations required, right? For any table, for any application, inserting the data, retrieving the data, updating the data, deleting the data. 4 operations.
Yes.
So this we used to call as a CRUD operations.
Okay.
Now I have another example. So here also files are same. Hibernate cfg.xml, employee.java, employee.hbm.xml, and manage employee.java. So here there is change is only in manage employee.html. That's all. And rest of the files there is no change.
Yes.
There is no change. So here also there is no change. Same table name, same columns, everything is same. So now the change in change will be there in manage employee.java. Okay, let me close all the files. First, what I want to do, I want to retrieve all the records. Okay, let me comment out all the functions. Just I want to see only how to retrieve the records. So these are common configuration, session factory, session. So these are the common.
Okay.
Basically, we need session finally. So how to get the session? First, you need to configuration. We need to get the configuration object from that session factory. From session factory, you need to get one session. From
Yes.
the session, you need to start the transactions. So you have a
Yes.
session object finally. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
what I did here, I have written a method get employee list. So this is the employee list.
Okay.
So public static void, and the input for this method is session.
Got it.
Session is the input for this employee. Okay, now how to retrieve the all the basically I want to retrieve all the employee list from the employee table.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here the table name is, what is the table name? Employee 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is
Yes.
from database side. From in our perspective, what is the table name is employee, the Java class, correct?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, now we have a session object. From the session, right, we have to write a query, create query.
Got
So
it.
this keyword we have to remember and write from table. So from which table you want to retrieve the data? From employee.
Okay.
And if either one record is there or more than one record is there, it should be a list.
Okay.
Now you will get, it will return list of records.
Yes.
So from session, basically we need to call create query, and from we have to give the table name, and you will get records as a list.
Yes.
And that list we have to iterate it.
Yes.
So you
Got it.
can use the for loop and you can iterate it. So inside the list, right, basically you have a employee objects. So every time
Yes. Mm-hmm.
whenever you're iterating, you will get one employee object, and from the employee object you can get first name, last name, and employee ID.
Okay.
So let me run this program and we will see whether all the records are coming or not. You see, we are getting all the records.
Got it.
1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 7 records.
Yes.
So here only bullet point is for us create query, and we have to pass the table name and you will get the list, and you know how to iterate the list. Inside the list
Okay.
we have an employee object.
Okay.
So this is the way we can able to read the all the employee list from the table.
Got it.
I mean, we can able to read all the records from the table. Okay, now
Okay.
you know how to read the table, right? Now the second question is basically what I want to do. I want to update one of the employee record.
Okay.
After that, first I want to update it. After that, again I want to call this method get employee list, so that I can able to see whether the employee record is updated or not.
Okay.
Okay, for that what I did, I have written another example. Update employee. So this is the second method, update employee. For this also, if you have a session, then that's all, you can able to do anything. So we have a second method, update employee. Okay, now go down little bit. So this is update employee method.
Got it.
So here, right, the input is session. Okay. So from session, right, before updating, what we have to do? So on what basis you want to update? We have to retrieve one employee record, right? So we need some unique ID like employee ID.
Okay.
So if you know employee ID, then you can able to retrieve one unique employee. So how to let me take one employee ID. Let me take 21325.
Okay.
21325 is one of the employee ID, correct? And the first name is all XXX and last name is all YYY, correct? So what I want to do,
Yes.
I want to update this particular employee details, first name and last name. So for this
Okay.
purpose, first, what is the employee ID? I will make here 21325.
Got it.
21325 in real time, right? So this you can get from the request, like previously we saw servlets and JSP, right? So maybe you can take from the user, like in username equal to password equal to, like that you can add one text field employee ID and you can read that value from the request and you can call this Java code, so that you can able to do, I mean, you can able to update that particular employee records.
Got it.
Okay. Now we have a session, correct? From the session, we need to call another method called get. And we
Okay.
have to pass the table class, employee dot class. And we need to pass the primary key. What is the primary key in this table? Employee ID. We have to pass the value.
Okay.
So table class name and primary key value. Then it will give you one employee details. We need to downcast it. So you have a one employee details here. So you can able to retrieve one employee records. Then after that, you can set the values whatever you want. Then I want to give first name is AAA and the second name I want to update. Set last name as BBB. So these are the modified values. First name AAA and last name BBB. So how you got this one employee ID? By using the employee ID.
Got it.
And now we have again session. So inside the session, we need to call another method called update. So basically, we need to remember these methods inside the session: create query, get to get one record, and update to update one of the record. We need to pass that employee object.
Yes.
Now, what is the current value? 21325, all XXX and YYY. Now let me run it. So once after running, I want to see the list of the records. So for that purpose, what I will do, I will call the get employee list method so that we can able to see all the records.
Okay.
Let me run it. Before and after we can able to see. See here. First employee ID is 21323. So far this is the old employee details. And below are the new employee details. If you see the second, so these are the before updating records, and below are the after updating the records. And if you see the third record, right? Third record means 325. So you will see the difference, correct? First name is XXX.
Yes.
And last name is BBBB. I mean, it's got updated to AAA BBB.
Yes.
So just we need unique ID. Even starting, I told you, right? In Hibernate, every table, whenever we are creating a table by using Hibernate, it required a unique ID for every table, so that we can able to identify each record uniquely.
Okay.
So that is just by considering that concept, we can able to retrieve the record just by passing the unique ID.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, this is clear, right? How we are fetching the records. Maybe you need to run this program couple of times so that you will get more idea.
Okay.
And this is the way you can get the one employee, one unique record just by passing the table class name and corresponding value, unique ID. So for instance, now
Okay.
what I want to do, I want to update a different record. Let me update. These are the latest records. Right now I updated this record 21325. Now what I want to do, I want to update 21327. 21327. So what is the unique ID? 21327. So now I will get the 21327 and I want to update first name as okay. So I'm trying to get the 21325 record and I am updating first name and last name. And
Got
right
it.
now,
Okay.
what is the 31325 MNO RTY? So these are the first name and last name. Now let me run this program and we will see whether it's updating or not.
Got it.
This is very easy, right? If at all, if you want to do the same thing with the data JDBC, you have to write a lot of queries, select one query, update one query, get one query, three queries you have to hard code in your Java program. Now you are not at all writing any queries.
Yeah. I mean, it's all
Yes, so it
hardcore.
will generate. And if you want to see the queries, right, how many queries are generating, what you have to do, you have to go to the hibernate.cfg.xml. So there is a flag hibernate.show underscore XML. We have to enable true.
Okay.
So now let me run and I will show you how many queries are internally it is generating.
Okay.
Let me just, I'm trying to update same record again. First is selecting all the records.
Okay.
So you will not see here any update record. Why? Because so whatever I already previously updated this record, right? BB in the Mac, Lori Mac. So there is no change, right, to update.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
So
what you.
if you go changes again,
Sorry,
will we be able to see? No,
sorry.
if you go back and make some changes.
Yeah. Then you are able to. Then you can able to see the update query. Let me give the different value 1.
Okay.
Now these values are not there in database. Correct? Lori Mac. Lori is there. Mac is there. Lori 1 is not there. Mac 1 is not there. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Now I want to update Lori to Lori 1, Mac to Mac 1. Now you can able
Okay.
to see the update query. Why? Because now update is required. So Hibernate will take care of all those things, whether update is really required or not.
Got it.
So basically we can able to say one query in that scenario. See there. First we are retrieving all the records and second we are updating the Lori values. And after that again we are trying to take the latest values.
No, why is it saying update set first name question mark?
Yeah, this one basically, right, it is using prepared statement. So what it will do,
Okay.
update employee name, set first name question mark, last name question mark, and basically here 3 question marks you will see, right?
Mm-hmm.
3 question marks, correct? 3 question marks means it
Yes.
required 3 inputs to update the query. One is ID we need and,
Yes.
and latest first name and latest last name.
That, the name, the like Mac one or Lori one,
Uh,
like that.
uh-huh. So that value it will pass internally. This is the basic query. That value it will pass
Okay. Okay.
internally. Yeah, that value it will pass internally. So if you want to know the what it will give, this what this query will give you, right? So it will give you how many inputs it required to execute this query. 3
Okay.
inputs. How you know? 3 question marks.
Got it.
So basically now you will
Okay.
see update query. If I will run the same program again, so values are same. There is no difference. You will not see this update query. Correct?
Got it.
Lorry
Yeah,
1, Mac 1 is already updated. Again, if you are trying to update, there is no use.
that is true. Okay,
So Hibernate is having that kind of intelligence so that it will not update again. So Lorry 1, Mac 1. It's already updated. And let me run. You will not see now that update query.
got it. Okay,
So this is the advantage of Hibernate. Now
got it.
you don't have any
So
update.
like this,
Yeah.
we can run any command.
Yeah, you can write any. Right now we are dealing with one table, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Say for instance, tomorrow I will give another example. What is that example? Simple example. Let's suppose a student table is there. One
Okay,
student table and another table is courses like
got it.
C, C++, Java. So one student can join any number of courses, correct?
Yes,
One student, if you want to know the student is joined for how many courses, student ID is always fixed, correct? But
yes, yes.
courses, each course having one unique ID. So how to know one student is joined for how many courses? One too many,
Got it. Mm-hmm.
correct? One student can join n number of courses.
Okay,
Basically, we are dealing with three tables here. One is student table, another is course table, and third table we need to join, right? Like this student ID having, this student joined for how many courses?
got it.
So that time in multiple tables, how we are going to deal with multiple tables, that we will see tomorrow. So far, just we are
Okay,
in
okay.
starting stage, so we are
And
going to
there's
deal with, yeah.
complicated queries also you can run, right? Like join
Yes, yes,
tables and
yes,
all
yes.
those
The
things.
joins and all we will see tomorrow. Yeah. So
Okay,
now
okay, okay.
get employee, we did retrieve update, correct? And third example, we
Got it.
will see how we are going to delete one particular employee record from database.
Okay,
Basically, let me comment out the update part. I don't want to do update now. I don't want to retrieve get. So basically, I want to retrieve all the employee records, whatever it is available. After that, what I want to do, I want to delete the one of the employee record.
okay,
So let me write here after delete. First, what I will do, I will retrieve all the current employees. After that, I will delete one of the employees, and again I will try to retrieve the current employee list.
got it.
So if you want to delete one particular employee, we need that employee ID, correct? So unique ID. Then I can able to delete the
Yeah.
employee ID. So now go to the delete employee method.
Mm,
So here we have a session, correct?
mm,
First we need to get the unique employee ID. So let me take one of the valid employee ID. So now I want to delete 21325. I want to delete 21325 AAABBB
yes, yes.
21. So this is one of the valid employee ID 21325.
Got it.
Okay, so how we are going to get one employee details from database? So we have to use session dot get. We have to pass the table
Mm,
class name and corresponding employee ID.
mm.
So you will get employee.
So we have
From the session, we need to call delete method, and you have to pass the employee object, which employee you want to delete.
okay.
Then that's all. So it will delete that particular employee record from the
Select,
data.
and
Sorry.
so now you have all the basic methods defined. I mean, select, update, and delete is
Yes,
already
yes,
there,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. If you see the inside the session, what are the methods is there? You can able to see delete and save, update, delete. Uh, what is it? Create. These are the basic methods. You will do
Okay,
only
okay.
these things, right? You will delete the records, you will update the records, you will retrieve the records. That is the only operations you will do, right? Most of the 90%.
Yes. Yes, yes, that is true.
Only crude operations. We will not do anything apart from that. I mean, you will not do any other things apart from this. We can count it on fingers only. It's very less only. Okay.
Yeah.
This is
I
delete.
mean, the
Yeah.
operation will be getting the same, but then the complications of the operation will change,
Yes, yes. That
right? I
is
mean,
on
the
a condition base. Two employees, one employee. On what basis you are trying to get the, I mean, employee? That is a more conditions. That also we will see some other examples. When you are trying to retrieve one employee details, you want to add so many conditions. First name is this one, and last name is this one. Date of birth is this one. Then you want to retrieve one particular record. These are the conditions. Correct? That also we will see some other examples.
got it.
Okay. Now let me go to the. So first what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to retrieve all the existing employees. After that I'm printing after deletion, and I'm deleting the employee details, and again I'm trying to retrieve the latest employee details.
Got it.
Okay, let me run it and we will see whether we can able to get or not. See, first we are trying to retrieve all the employee details from employee table. Then I had given a statement after delete. Then you will see here delete from employee where employee ID equal to question mark. So here one input is required. What is that one input? Employee ID.
Got it.
Then again after that we are trying to print all the employee details. If you see here, right, this AABB record is there. In second list it is not there.
Okay.
It got deleted. Correct?
Got it. Got it. Yes.
And if you let me check, double check in database. Right now how many records is there? 7. And let me run this query and we will see 6 rows.
Got it.
So which record got deleted? This AABB record got deleted from the database.
Yes.
So these are the basic, very simple operations. Correct? Just we are dealing with
Yes.
for one table, inserting the records, deleting the records, and updating the records.
Yes.
When these are, you have any questions on this?
No, no, no. I
Okay.
understand.
Yeah. And what I will do, I will share these files also. These three programs.
Okay.
These three programs, and you need to download that jar files, the dependency jar files, and you need to add to your class path.
Okay. Sure.
Okay, then you can practice it, and if you have any questions we will discuss tomorrow morning same time. And tomorrow morning, right, I will give a different example which is having two tables, how you are going to join. Okay, let me give some simple
Okay.
brief I mean theoretically, so that you will understand more. So this is one student table, student, and here you will see more number of students, each student having one record. Okay, ID 1, student ID, student number 3 you will see, correct? And I have another table
Yes.
called courses.
Mm-hmm.
Each course having one unique ID. C, Java 100 is the one, 10, 20, 11, 12, something like that. I have so many courses and I have
Yes.
so
Yes.
many students. I want to know student number 1, how many courses he joined. So I am
Yes.
going to write another table. So here what I will do, student ID 1 and course ID 10. Student ID
Got it.
1, course number 2.
Got
Student ID
it.
2 joined only 11. So this column will
Okay.
map to this one, and this column will map to this one. Now I can able to find out, right, very easily.
Yes. Yes.
So this example we will see tomorrow. Like this one we used to call as a one to many. So one student can join n number of courses.
Yes.
The and day after what we will see, a day after what I want to know, in case of okay, that if you'll tell Megan, it will make confusion. Tomorrow we will see this example, like one to many, one student, how many courses he joined.
Okay,
So
okay,
here
sure, sure, no problem.
we need a third table. It's kind of for joining purpose.
Okay, sure, sure, no problem.
Okay, tomorrow we will
Yeah,
connect
yeah.
at the same time, and I will send you the
Okay,
three examples also. You can practice it.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I got your text about the fees.
Yeah.
So I will most likely. I mean, I'll be able to do it on Monday.
Yeah. Fine. Fine. No
I'm
problem.
wearing cast on my hand.
Fine. Fine. No problem.
So
No problem. Just no. No problem. Okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay,
Okay.
no
Fine.
problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.